Yes, you too can have a body like mine, if you're not careful. Pathetic, isn't it? But here to show us what the human body can look like is rather a remarkable man. We've just been watching him in action, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold is probably the most successful bodybuilder of all time. He's won the Mr. Universe competition 5 times and the Mr. Olympia competition, which is the American version, a staggering 6 times. Arnold, let me start by asking you this. Can anybody build muscles like this? I mean, could I, or is it something you're born with?
No, I think anybody could build muscles like that, but it's not to the interest of anybody. I mean, a lot of people go into weight training and just want to do it for fitness or for health and for other reasons like that. Only 5% of the people who are training with weights are doing it for the reasons I did it for, which is, to go into competition, to try to win Mr. America or Mr. Universe or Mr. Olympia. And it was just a goal that I had when I was 15.
Why did you start to do it? I mean, were you bullied when you were little, or have sand kicked in your face?
No, we don't have that much sand in Austria. But I tell you, I just got into it because it really felt great doing weight training. I did it for soccer, and like a lot of soccer players do weight training to strengthen their legs. And I think I fell in love with the weight training, or with the feeling of being strong and being big and all that. And I wanted to win Mr. Universe, and it was a dream that I had when I was 15 years old. And it's a dream that a lot of kids have, and that's what the film Pumping Iron is about a dream that kids have, and they make it come true in a film. You can see that, and that's what I did.
Well, although it's a dream that would never come true in my case, supposing I wanted to put a bit of muscle on, we've got a set of weights here in the studio.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could show us some basic exercises that would just start you off on the right track.
Yes, first of all, I have to compliment you for your physical development, because you really look very athletic and good, so don't put yourself down.
You're just saying
Okay. Okay, the first exercise I'm going to show you is what we call the bench press. It is a basic exercise that every beginner should do, no matter what sport you're in. You let it down the weight to the chest and you press it up.
Which muscles does that
That
build
develops the chest muscles, the pectoral muscles.
The pectorals.
Yeah. Okay, you do around 10 repetitions with a light weight, just to warm up. And you
Okay.
do it then 5 times.
Can I have a go?
Yeah, sure. Try it.
Right. I suppose if you haven't got a bench like this, you could almost make do with a couple of chairs.
You can do it on the floor, or that's the great thing about this exercise, is you can do it at home. Okay, just let it down slowly and press it up to my hand. Okay. And breathe out when you press up. Yeah, that's very
Like
good.
that?
Yeah. Okay, keep doing 2 more repetitions.
How many?
2 more.
2 more.
Okay, great. You
How
did
heavy
it.
is this bar?
Now this is only 65 pounds.
Only.
Yeah. The next exercise you do after that is what we call a squat, or knee bends. You put the weight behind your neck, and then you go down below parallel. Now this is an exercise that every athlete is doing. Skiers, soccer players, football players, everybody is doing it. Why don't you try one? Okay. Hold on each side. Yeah, very
I suppose you really need someone to help you, don't you? If
No,
you're
you
gonna
really don't. I mean, you get into the habit of helping yourself. But it's better training with a training partner. Okay, come slowly up. Yeah. And slowly down
I
again.
couldn't come up quickly if I tried.
Okay.
There we are.
Okay,
Will that
good,
do me on
very
that one?
good. Yeah.
Now, what about the little dumbbells down here? Is there a simple exercise we can do with that?
Yeah.
Because I should imagine that they're not too expensive, so perhaps if you're thinking of starting,
Right.
you might be able to invest in a
Okay,
set
the
of those.
dumbbells are very good for arm development, for, let's say, the biceps, okay? You start around your thigh area, and then you move them up slowly to your shoulders, and down again, up. And always very slow, and concentrate on the muscle you're training. It's a very simple exercise that everybody can do right from the beginning. Why don't you try to do one?
When you go in for a bodybuilding competition, what are the judges looking for?
What they're looking for: proportion, symmetry, the size of the muscles, how you can pose and present the muscles to the judges. Okay, why don't you do it the way I did it? You start turning it. You start right on the thighs, and then you turn it up, because the biceps has 2 jobs to do. One is to lift up the forearm, and the other one is to turn the wrist. So that's what we do for movement.
Yeah?
Okay, very good, yeah.
Okay, well, we've got some...
You're already pumped up. I can't believe that. This man is growing
we've had a
fast.
good look at me doing it. Now we've got a little piece of film of some of your friends in action. Perhaps you'd like to take a look at this and tell us just what they're doing and exactly what the exercises that they're doing is going to help. Here it comes.
Okay, fine.
He's working on the arms.
Yeah, he's working right now on the chest, actually. And this is what you see right now. It's just training that is done before competition, which is a very strenuous type of training that we go through. It's 2 hours in the morning and around 2 hours at night. And we lift an average of 50 tons of weights a day in order to get those builds. And you know, you gain around 20 pounds of muscle size before a competition, like 3 months before a competition.
Listen, it looked to me as though those guys were in absolute agony doing that. Is the pain in any way important?
Well, that's the great thing that this film brings out, that you can see, you know, what kind of strenuous exercises one has to go through to become a world champion. And that, I think, you know, separates the ones who just do it for a hobby or for health and fitness, and the ones who really do it for a profession and want to be the world champion. I mean, that's where the difference is. You have to break through this pain barrier, otherwise you will never get there.
Arnold, well, thank you very much indeed for coming in and giving us a few tips. I gather that you've not only broken through the pain barrier very successfully, you've broken into film. So on behalf of everyone here, can I wish you all the very, very best?